It is well below zero here in Minnesota, but inside this building behind me, it's gonna feel like summer. I'm at the Discover Boating 2026 Minneapolis Boat Show. I'm gonna go in here, check out all the cool new tech, all the new boats that'll be hitting the water this summer, as well as an $879,000 yacht. Let's go check it out. So we got our tickets scanned, and before we went into the main exhibit hall, we kind of went through this like innovation room, kind of had some newer type technology in boats. These jet skis here were 100% electric, cool designs. So it's kind of cool to see some of the new technology coming into the industry, kind of some of the new styles of boats. These boats are kind of hard to explain, made of a kind of a heavy duty, almost like 3D printed kind of material of the boat. So that was kind of interesting. That was kind of neat. Then we made our way out of there, and this is kind of the main concourse of the exhibit hall, and then going into the main exhibit area where there were hundreds of boats. Good sized crowd at this event here on a Saturday morning, late morning, early afternoon. Good crowd. So you can see here inside the Minneapolis Convention Center. Of course, I'm a sucker for new technology, so it's kind of cool to see the new fish finding type, equipment and, GPS rigs that they put on these boats and such. So that was kind of cool. Then started walking up the platforms and checking out all the really cool boats. I don't know which ones I was looking at here, but just kind of giving you a sense for the setup, some of the cool lighting effects on some of the boats. Love the captain's consoles. I just think those are so cool with those big screens. So this was a cool boat to check out. They kind of have like a purple lighting thing going on there. So I kind of show you the speakers and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. Boats are all shiny and nice. This is a chaparral boat here. It was a lot of cool boats. I love these mastercrafts and those designs. It's just very cool. The boats I've only been in the industry for now about a little over a year and didn't really know much about boats. I've been learning a lot in the last year and a half or so. So many different designs and models. It was really kind of cool to see. And of course, just about anything, accessories to go with boats. So here's some body boards and some life jackets, and you'll see some of that a little bit here later in the video, but plenty of that going on. This was a pontoon, so we started making our way into the pontoon. This is kind of like a party deck on the front. It's a Barletta pontoon, very cool. Taking a look at some other ones here, and I'll show you some other ones here later in the video that were kind of more entry level. All of these were right around the 150,000, 200,000 mark for a lot of these big pontoons and some of these bigger boats. So yeah, just kind of walking through some of the Barletta models here. Tons of Mercury engines. I'll show you a couple of those here coming up shortly as well. Thought this was kind of a cool boat here. It's kind of a nice soft blue color. Center console boat's kind of neat. Look pretty cool. Here's a lot of Mercury engines at the show. So a big row of them here on all these pontoons. A lot of the motors I saw were Mercury's. This Mastercraft throwback boat was really cool. Loved it. Loved the throwback Mastercraft logo on the side. Okay, this boat right here, $879,000 for this boat. So I didn't get a chance to actually go inside of it. It did have a kind of an opening part. You could go down the bottom here. It was a Formula. I forgot the model name here. You'll see in a second. I was kind of showing some of the other boats walking up the platform here. But right here, this one right here, $879,000. Very cool. Like I said, I would have liked to go inside of it, but there was numerous people waiting to walk through it and get a tour of it. But you can see just really cool technology. Had an opening down to go down towards the bottom. So stepped down from that one. Checked out some of these high fields. Again, just kind of these feel like I don't know, like lifeboats almost. They're kind of cool. But you can see here, this one's about $37,000, a little over $37,000. So even for just like this singular boat that maybe holds 1 or 2 people, still about 40 grand. Malibu, another brand I've become familiar with that I've been in the marine industry. Love their designs as well, so it's kind of cool to check those out. Then checked out some of the jet skis. These Sea-Doos, man, the one thing I noticed compared to last year, the colors were just crazy this year. I mean, I really loved them. They were kind of unique, very just whole different color palette to what I remember from last year. Love kind of the utilitarian design, and yeah, the colors were really cool on these Sea-Doos. And then here are some of the more traditional ones, the 2-passenger ones that were kind of over here on the side. So then kind of walk through some of these Sylvan kind of entry-level pontoons, very basic pontoons, but priced right around $27,000, $28,000. So kind of took a quick peek at these. Again, very basic models, nothing too crazy, but still very, very cool to look at, but, cool insides. But you can see the big difference between, you're not getting the big monitors in the captain's chairs. On the far back wall was a lot of the, kind of like accessories, boating accessories, sunglasses there, even a company that does boat towing, 24/7 on-call boat towing. And here was an interesting one, a pet hair removal company. I guess if you bring your dogs on your boat, you got to find a way to get the pet hair off the seats. Boy, life jackets have come a long way. Checking out some of these really cool new tech-looking life jackets, much different from when I remember growing up and wearing life jackets as a kid. These Ranger boats were kind of neat. Every single one of the Ranger boats on the floor had this metallic, sparkly finish, kind of sporty looking. I don't know if it's necessarily my style, but these just massive speed boats here. I'll show you another one here, but you can see pretty much every single one had kind of like the sparkle design. Here I had Joe and Jocelyn stand next to some Mercury engines. They were taller than the kids. Here's another quick peek at the finish on these Ranger boats. You can see that sparkly metallic finish. Plants and Things, Furniture and Things, sponsor of the show, sponsor of the boat show here in Minneapolis, had a huge space. But I guess, hey, when you're not on your boat, you're on the shore. You need a place to sit down. GMC had an exhibitor space. And here I just captured one of their trucks, but they had a couple. And of course, you need a place to park your boat when it's on the lake. So they had plenty of docks and lifts, big open space here, covering all that kind of stuff. So yeah, just about everything, not just boats, but just about anything that you could accessorize with a boat or need for a boat was at the show. Here I was trying to walk around. I was trying to find boat of the year, but I couldn't find it anywhere. And there weren't really people to walk around and ask. Fred Shed was here. I thought this was kind of cool. Didn't remember this being here last year, but basically I had a tech on site who's answering questions and doing seminars on boat stuff. And I did with the speedboats at the end, which is kind of the last thing you see when you walk out. Overall, it was a great show. A lot of people there, and another successful Minneapolis Boat Show. See you next year.